Now, Sully wanted to rely on this test, and she did it for Darlie. She said, I did it for Darlie, and she came up better than we did. So I'm going to do one for Darlie and see how she comes up based on how I feel about Darlie. Okay? Let's see here. Superficial charm. Is she glib and charming? Yes. Lots of people say that she's charming. Yes. That's a definite yes. No, she had none of that. No diagnosis as a psychopath, even though Toby Shook called her a psychopath. Egocentricity. Did they like to show off? Was it shop till you drop Darlie? Was she always shopping? Was she? He needed the fake boobs. Needed all the jewelry. Needed the hair dye. Needed all the makeup. Egocentricity. I wouldn't say it was a grandiose sense of self-worth, but she was definitely all about herself. Proneness to boredom, low frustration tolerance. Well, let's talk about when Darren was driving her Nissan Pathfinder back and forth to work while his Jaguar sat in the shop. She was frustrated about not having a car and not being able to go out and do things. So you show a proneness to boredom. Even though she had a reason for that, you see it. I'm going to put a possibly present there, not a definitely. Lying and deception. Well, I was fighting. I was frightening. Based on what we know about Darlie now, I'm going to be fair about this. And based on we know that she changed her story several times. Is that lying or deception? But when she says things like, when Herzog asked her, what were the results of that lie detector test? And she looked at him and she said, inconclusive is the word I think they used. I mean, she knew what that test was. And she tried to be deceptive by pretending like she didn't know the results of it. So I'm going to go ahead. But is it pathological? I'll go ahead and put it there based on what I saw. Lack of sincerity? No. No, I wouldn't put that there for her. That goes without saying. She had a flat effect, as testified to, during her stay at Baylor. Several different people. The lack of effect would be a flat emotional depth. Lack of empathy. Well, Mercedes did say, it's going to cost me a fortune to fix this shit when they went back to the house after it had been released, according to what Mercedes Adams, who's a supporter, by the way. Lack of empathy. So her kids are dead, but she was worried about the bill. I'm going to go ahead and put that there. Just definitely. I don't know what this means, so I'm going to only answer it like this. Because I don't know what it means, and I'm not going to. Short-tempered, poor behavioral controls. I'll put possibly present based on the putting the cake in Devin's face, based on her activity, her actions with Devin and Damon at the pawn shop. Was she promiscuous? Absolutely not. Early behavior problems? Yes. And I'm going to tell you why. Because she had to live with being molested. Lack of realistic and long-term plans. I don't want my children to grow up and see a miserable person every time they look at me. I think they did have plans. I think they had a lot of plans. And I'm not going to put absent there. There's no lack of that. I'm not going to do that. It's not right. Impulsivity? I wouldn't know. But what's impulsive? Let me think. What's impulsive? Shopping for $12,000 drapes? Just put a little bit. Everybody can be. Irresponsible behavior as a parent? I'll put that there. Nope. Nope. Well, according to the jurors in her case, nope. Everybody kept giving me pills. She was high as hell at the silly string party. But I'll put no, because I don't feel a whole lot of drug. This is for Darlie. I don't feel like she had a huge drug problem. Let's see what we got. Oh! She got 9 more than me? It says a lot to me when those two said that they scored higher than Darlie.